to the Inspector, Fraser Town Police Station, Bengaluru. I, along with a friend, were assaulted and I was molested by one of them. I informed the police on July 14, 2014. The incident happened at 12:15 a.m. on 11th July outside my residence in Fraser Town. They barged into the car, pushed us out of the car and pushed us to the back seat. There were 2 guys on either side of us and 2 in the front. They came in the Skoda Fabia car bearing registration number KA03MJ8433. The man sitting next to me, identified as Nasser Haider, tried putting his hand into my shirt. When I refused, he threatened to take us to the police station, saying he and his friends were policemen. He then put his hand into my shirt and started touching my chest. He took off my innerwear and said, "Give me 5 minutes," following which he would let me go. The men kept driving around and stopped near the Coxdown railway track. The 3 guys got down from the car and also dragged my friend out. They held a sharp object against his neck and asked him to keep his mouth shut. The man Nazar stayed in the car with me. He unzipped his pant and asked me to hold his. He then started biting my chest. He pushed my head down and asked me to suck it. On being satisfied, he let us go in our car. They also asked us 50,000 rupees and snatched my friend's watch. He kept threatening to file a case if we tried to contact someone through phone. He had a reaction and arrest the 4 criminals. The police filed an FIR. They even arrested Nazar Haider following the complaint and went on the lookout for the absconding trio. But what the Pulikeshi Nagar police failed to do was to send the 22-year-old for medical examination. Not just that, they even failed to file a complaint under IPC sections of kidnap and rape. Following the lapses, the DCP has ordered an inquiry into the matter. The jurisdictional police has also been directed to change the sections. The case has been handed over to an ACP and a team of 3 inspectors has been formed to investigate into the matter.
Kidnapping section has not been added and the rape section has not been added and a medical test has not been done. So following this came to our knowledge yesterday itself, and the investigation has been transferred to the ACP now. ACP Pulikeshi Nagar will be carrying on the investigation further. Already he has sent an application to the court saying that adding the relevant sections also. So there were reports in media that the complainant was not allowed to write some words which would give the ingredients, but the complaint has sufficient material to show that to add sections of kidnapping and rape also. It's being done now. And regarding the lapses of the IO or the inspector or the station house officer of Pulikeshi Nagar, ACP and Pulikeshi Nagar is going to conduct an enquiry, and the enquiry will be submitted today itself, by today evening itself.
Nasser Haider is behind bars while the police have launched a manhunt to nab the absconding trio. This shocking incident in Namma city has shamed Bengaluru again. This is not the first time that such incidents have been reported in Bengaluru. With strict measures in place, crimes against women are still on the rise. One wonders, when will it all stop, and will it ever? Deepak Bopanna for News9, Bengaluru.
Well, this is not the first time that such incidents have been reported in Namma city. The government and the police are trying their best to stop crime against women. Despite that, they have failed to do so. So what do young girls have to say about this? Do they feel safe in Namma city?
May 11th, 2014. A woman in her early 20s was reportedly abducted by 6 men from HSR layout. This woman was reportedly raped for over 3 hours. June 6, 2014. A 23-year-old woman who works for a leading software company in Namma city was raped in Anekal. She was reportedly raped by a stranger at knife point at her PG accommodation. June 17, 2014. Another girl who was in an inebriated state was raped by her boyfriend and his friends in the car on Nice Road. Yes, over the last 3 months, at least 3 cases of rape have been reported in Namma, Bengaluru alone. Despite the heightened security measures, there are several women out on the streets who have been sexually molested. And one must remember that many of these devastated victims have failed to register their complaint with the police. Given such a scenario, what do young girls in the city feel? Do they feel safe with the monsters on the prowl?
Going by the recent case where a girl from Frasertown was kidnapped by 4 men, it really boils down to the fact is, are girls in Bengaluru really safe? And I have with me a bunch of students from CMS College, Jane. Let's ask them what do you think of this case where a girl was kidnapped from Frasertown? The police, when she went to file a complaint with the police station at Frasertown, the police said, you know what, just write in the complaint that you were molested and not sexually assaulted. Don't write kidnap and all that. That is too serious an offense. Just play it down, basically. What is your take on it?
I think the police should have taken the thing more seriously, because women in Bangalore are not safe at all. Whether you travel by autos in the morning, afternoon, night, it doesn't really matter. Like at any point of time in our city, we're not safe at all, and the police should do much more to protect us.
According to me, the cops don't really do their job as long as, if they don't have anything coming out of it. Like you said, when the media kind of made it a big issue, they decided to, step in and do their work. Until something like that happens, the cops don't really do anything, and that's the problem with our country.
How should the cops really react to a situation like this?
Not just the cop, you just think of the lame people, all of us here. We don't react until unless it happens to us or a person whom we know. If that had happened to our best friend, we would have been around standing. Right now, none of us know. We're all talking here, but none of us know what's happened to that girl. We're not next to her. Let it be the neighbors also. All that people know to do is just talk. Even if it had happened for his own daughter, his sister, his relative, he would have reacted on the first minute, on the first day. Everybody just works personally. No one works professionally.
How do you react to someone telling, okay, why was the girl standing out at 1:30 a.m.?
It's really sad how this thing is being treated. It doesn't matter if the girl is there at 1:30. When the guys have given that much freedom, the girl should be given that much freedom too. But then it's a public responsibility to make sure that girl is safe. They can't just let that go saying, oh, she's a girl. That's being really sexist.
Go and complain to the police. What is the reaction do you expect?
If I go and file a complaint against the police, I expect them to come with me and find that guy and not sit back and mock me for it. Because if it happens to, let's say, God forbid, my daughter or some girl close to me, I will make sure they get justice. And more importantly, I will expect the community to support me and not look down on us.
I think self-help is the best help. So instead of depending others, I don't know if that's ever going to help. So we should learn self-defense. I'm a black belt in karate myself, and I think that's the best option when you can defend your own self. So I think everybody, all girls especially, should learn karate and all those self-defense techniques.
Thank you so much. There you go. It comes down to learning self-defense, because they say you can't rely on anybody. We have a boy's take on this. What do you have to say?
I think it just goes to show that nothing in our country will ever change if there's no change in the mindset. The mindset is the main thing. Parliament can pass 1 million laws and make rules stringent and all that, but unless every male in the country is brought up in the right way and their mindset is groomed in the right way, nothing will ever change, and incidents like this will continue to happen.
Sexual perversities grow when people lose fear of police and consequently the law. They get emboldened when politicians reflect gender bias and insensitiveness to a heinous crime like rape. So, it's not just security measures, it's up to society to join hands and solve this menace called rapists. Nabila, News9, Bengaluru.
The car driven by the molesters had tinted glasses on it. So one wonders, how did they really escape from the police department's drive all through these years?
They came in a car, threatened the 2 youngsters, and did the unthinkable with a 22-year-old young woman. But did you observe the car that they had driven on that fateful day? Well, then take a look at this. This car has tinted glasses despite the clear Supreme Court ruling following the Delhi gang rape case.
We're here at the Pulakeshin Nagar police station, and this is the Skoda Fabia bearing number KA01MJ8433, which has been taken into custody. And this was the car used by all the 4 accused, including Nasir Haider, who has been arrested for this particular crime. Now, if you notice the car, the shocker comes if you notice the windows. Now, though the front, you could see something what's happening inside, but if you come towards the side, absolutely nothing. If the side windows are almost 80% tinted, you cannot see through what's happening. If you notice, even the back windows again, completely you can almost say that I cannot see anything, and this is daylight, and you could just imagine how this would be in the night. Now, if you could come at the back as well, the back window is even worse. You cannot notice anything. It's even got these lines. So anybody sitting inside the car, to notice anybody sitting inside or what they're up to would be completely difficult. Of course, this was not the car in which the miscreants, the accused, committed the crime, but this comes as a shocker that though the police are on always a drive to notice such cars and actually catch them, 4 tins have not managed to do anything about this. So it's quite a shocker. The police said on this matter as well, they will be investigating.
But what does the police department have to say about this?
You know, it has come to the knowledge that the vehicle had a tinted glass also. It had tinted glass?
Yeah, I saw it outside.
Okay. So anyway, there is a continuous drive for removing the tinted glass, but there are always people who got their tinted sheets removed. They have put it again also. So we'll bring it to the knowledge of concern. We'll take a drive again. I know that within the Fraser town and some areas there are vehicles still running with these tinted glasses. So we will have a drive again. But anyway, these people have avoided the thoroughfares. They have gone into all small roads at night time. So maybe they would have escaped the attention of patrol vehicles also and other traffic cops on the road also, because it was almost 1:32 in the night.
Well, the Bengaluru police is on a drive and is enforcing the removal of all artificial coverings, non-transparent and colourful glasses from windows of cars. Despite that, unscrupulous elements are getting away with it. With this car with tinted glasses coming into the picture, the police department is now assured to look into the matter and step up the drive. A News 9 report.